Oh, y'all can't see my booty. Oh, what's up? What's up? So I had to work. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Look at them damn bald ass edges. Hold on to your love. You got to. Oh no. We gotta do something about that now. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, I got it. Okay, listen. Because normally when I take my makeup off, I do it in the shower. For the sake of the story time, I'm gonna do it with y'all on camera. Hi, if you're new here, I'm Auntie Shani. Go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. So sometimes I work the night shift. And when I work the night shift, I have to do a little, wait, hold on. Sometimes I work the night shift. And when I work the night shift, I have to do a little something strange for a piece of change. So, let's go ahead and get this thing started. So y'all ready for the story time? Here's the story time. So in about 40 days, I will officially and finally be a college graduate. Y'all don't know what I had to do to get here. Okay? So let's go back through my whole process. I'm going to take my contacts off. Well, no, I'm going to brush my teeth first. First, I'm going to scrape my tongue. Do y'all scrape y'all's tongue? You need to start scraping your tongue. And I don't even know if I be doing it right. Okay, let's go back to it. Hey guys, hit the like button. If you up and you here with me, let me know you up. Hi guys, hit the like button and subscribe. I'm telling you a story time about how I got here because I just worked the night shift. And so I don't know if you're one of those girls where sometimes you have to work at night, but I did. Work ain't honest, but it pays the bills. Hit the like button, y'all. It's like 16 of y'all in here, so hit the like button. Scrape your tongue, too. That'll keep your breath from stinking. Scrape your tongue now. Scrape your tongue. And the proper procedure is mouthwash, scrape your tongue, brush your teeth. Okay? Now let's get to it. What I want to tell y'all is this. Hey y'all, hey guys, hey Asharia, hey Dusty, hey Angel, hi guys. Y'all, I graduated high school a long time ago, right? Can y'all hear me? If you can hear me, put a 1 in the chat. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, put a 1 in the chat. Can you hear me? Hey, Rebecca. Listen. God damn it. For the girlies that know, having braces suck. I don't even know why I just did all that, because I'm clearly finna go eat me a piece of chicken. So let's get back to the story while we're here. Yeah, give me a brain teaser, Easel. or Ezel. Listen, so when I graduated high school, I went to college in Atlanta, right? Baby, there was a time. Hey guys, being in college in Atlanta was a time to be alive. And especially the years that I went. Okay, hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. Get the likes up. So, like I said, here I am. I'll be 40 in about 45 days. And I'll graduate. Well, I'll be 40 in about 40. Yeah, 45 days. And then I'll graduate in 40. Boom, 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 boom. And so I just finished bartending the party, right? I just finished bartending this party. And so, like I said, the tips be hitting. You know what I'm saying? Can y'all hear me? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me, because literally I don't want to be having this conversation if y'all can't even hear what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Not me taking my contact out and I haven't even got my things ready yet. But nevertheless, I'm trying to tell y'all something. So when I went to school, I partied a little too hard, so I had to come back home, okay? My mom was like, okay, you know, you can go to the technical college and get you a little trade and then you can go back to Atlanta. Okay, boom. That was the plan. But then I met a boy, girl. I met a boy, girl. Okay, so let's just go ahead and say I met a boy. Did that happen to any of y'all? Did y'all meet a boy? Or did you meet a girl? Nevertheless, I met a boy. But that wasn't really the reason why I stayed, because, you know what I'm saying? I met a boy. Yeah, I liked him. You know, I even came to love him, but I was still young. And so I was still partying, and I tried to go to technical school twice for 2 different things. The first time I came and I went to school for surgical technology. Baby, absolutely not. That was not going to work for me. And so, boom, I let that go. If y'all can hear me, please hit the like button. Please give your auntie some likes. So, you can hear me? Okay, thanks, Angel. So boom, I met a boy. I liked him a whole lot. He was doing things to my body that I liked a lot too. So I went to school for surgical tech. That did not work at all. Like, not even a little bit. Absolutely not. First semester, our teacher was like, I don't think this for you. And I was like, well, I was waiting on you to say it because I don't think so either. Nevertheless, did not go back. Waited about 3 years. I went again. This time I went for film and TV production, which was the same thing that I had went to Atlanta for, right? Because I always wanted to be a TV or a movie director. That like was my dream, because I'm very creative. You know, back then you had to go to school for those things. Now you really just got to be creative and put your work out there, and then it happens for you. So y'all pray that can happen for me one day. Hit the like button. So nevertheless, you know what I'm saying? I go to school. I'm in class and I'm like, you know what? I learned this stuff in Atlanta. This is going to be a technical degree. I don't really want to do this, so guess what? Thank you so much, babe. I left. I quit again. Okay? So now that's 3 times I don't try to go to college and I quit. Fast forward to, I ain't even going to tell y'all what those years was. Just know it was a long time ago. I'm about to be 40, so no, it was a long time ago. Here we go. January 2022. There's a program at my job called the Guild Program. And if you work at a company that offers this, I highly encourage you to go ahead and go. I know Lowe's and Target are 2 companies that do it. So I worked for Rocket Mortgage. They were partnering with them too. Education completely free. So many different schools that you can go get your bachelor's and master's degree through that program. So I enrolled in the program. Best decision ever. Because while I did wind up having to, you know, I lost a job because of like a buyout, they paid for school. Actually, I left that job in 2022, September. So they paid all the semesters in 2022. So spring, summer, and fall. Come January 2023, I'm on my own. I don't have no financial aid because I made too much money and they go back to your tax returns 2 years. So now I'm having to get student loans to go to school. But you know what? I'm like, I'm not going to quit because guess what? I have a lot of credits at this point. I don't went to school a lot or whatever. And so I was going to HBCU school, honey. My advisor would never tell me my graduation date. But based on what I was calculating, I was going to graduate by 2026. But she would never tell me that. And so mind you, my sister, who is a professional student, was back in school too. And I ain't going to say the HBCU school because I don't want to do that. But my sister was enrolled at Southern New Hampshire, aka SNHU. And she was like, well, sister, you should go ahead and enroll too. Mind you, she's further along. She had more credits than I did because she don't graduated so many times. She had more credits than me. And so I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I get enrolled. And the people immediately give me my degree plan and they tell me, you're graduating in 2025. Whether you graduate in spring, summer, or fall, it's completely up to you. Well, fast forward. My dog died last year. I was consistently taking 2 classes every 8 weeks. But when he died, I literally went from a 4.0 to like a 3.8 because I almost flunked 2 of my classes. But one thing about, and I'm just saying, one thing about white folks, they love dogs. And both of my professors was like, understood, take your time. Gave me literally the whole week, 8 weeks to get all of my late assignments in because the 8 weeks started like the beginning of March. We put him down on March 29th, which is my mama's birthday. We put him down on March 29th. I didn't do no work for like a week and a half. And they was just like, submit all of your work by the end of the 8 weeks, which I did. And I wound up getting an A and a B in the class. But mind you, I had F's for those 2 weeks because I wasn't putting no assignments. But thankfully, they was willing to work with me. And so, okay, I no longer have a 4.0 because now I have a B on my transcript. So, nevertheless, got 3.883 or something like that. Okay, cool. So now, fast forward, I'm just like, you know what? I need a break. I really need to grieve. I need to kind of get through this. So I'm no longer taking 2 classes every 8 weeks. I'm taking like 1 class sometimes. And then I had a bunch of classes that I was taking at a partner career path, which is called Sophia Learning. If you guys are wanting to go back to school at my old age, you need to definitely know about these programs. Sophia Learning is where you can pay $99 a month. And there are a lot of courses that you can get credit for, basically studying the material and then testing out. And that is exactly what I did. But I was behind on the courses because, mind you, I was just grieving. So my 40th birthday comes along. Beautiful birthday. Now that in itself, I want to let you know, it wasn't all roses. But when I look back at it now, almost a year from now, it was the best birthday that I've probably ever had. Yes, it was a lot of hurt attached to my birthday. But you know what? Sometimes you have to give grace, forgive, and move on. And that's what I'm choosing to do. So in this video, I'm not even going to talk about it. But you may hear one day. Okay? Okay, so let's fast forward. Boom. Oh, I forgot. My husband got hurt and he ain't worked since December 2023. Not for the story time, though. I ain't got it in me. Not for the story time. Nevertheless, God is good because guess what? Ain't nothing been snatched back. Ain't no lights been turned off. And we rolling, rolling, rolling on the river. We still rolling on the river. Hey guys. Thank you so much. So that's what I'm saying all this to say. So boom. So now, but my cousin dies. My family is very small, right? It's like a bunch of us, but not a lot of us. So enter, like, you know how some people have cousins, but they don't really, you know, be with their cousins or their aunts and uncles. Like, my mama has 4 siblings. a boy and 3 girls. Well, yeah, one boy and 3 girls. And we're all very close. And we pretty much all live here except for the boy's son. He doesn't live here and he has kids too, but we all are still close. Like we're all a family. We love each other and we're there for each other. Very much so. So one of my auntie's grandson passed away. Rest in peace, Devin. We love you. He was a Virgo. Here's the thing, y'all. There are a bunch of Virgos in my family, and a couple of us were really emotional the week that he passed. We did not know, and we didn't even know it because we wasn't talking about it. But after we found out that he had died, when we got on the phone and started talking to each other, we were just like, I cried. One of my cousins was like, I could not stop crying yesterday, and I did not know why. That is why, because he had died that day. That is so crazy how connected you can be with people, okay? But nevertheless, so I asked for some time. Now, this is where the story gets crazy because the professor that I had was a bitch. The professor that was for that course was a B. Like, she kept giving me D's on my assignments. Y'all, at one point, I was just like, the hell with it. I wound up getting a C in that class. She kept giving me D's. And when I reached out to her and told her what was happening, do you know this lady said, your assignment has been great. Now, mind you, the school gives you a week to turn in late assignments. If you need more than that, you have to get the professor's permission or go above the professor to the dean. But I wasn't doing all that, child. Listen, I already don't have issues early in the year with my dog. I ain't doing all that. The professor don't want to cooperate. Cool. I did call my advisor. I kept asking the professor to get on a Zoom call with me to talk it out, to explain it, because whatever it was, I wasn't getting it. She refused to talk to me during her office hours. So the bitch kept giving me a D. Okay? Let's get this straight. God, I'm so sorry. But this lady was hell on wheels, and I pray that you have mercy on her soul. And that was my last prayer about it. I told God, I said, whatever it is this lady is trying to do to hurt me, I know you and you know me. And the word says, touch not thou anointing. So my prayer was, Lord, please have mercy on her soul. Okay? She gave me a D on the final project. No, she gave me an A and then a B. Milestones lead up to each other. It's the same work. You literally just take the criticism or the feedback they give you and you put the shit together on the third part, which is the final. The first one was an A. The second one was a B. How is my final a D? Can anybody explain that? Can you? No, nobody can explain it. You want to know why? Because it don't make sense. So I reached out to my advisor. I'm like, you see this? She was like, yeah, I see that. You need to talk to her. Okay, girl. Okay. I'm going to talk to her. Boom. Okay. So I'm talking to her. She's still trying to tell me why I have a D when part 1 and part 2 was an A and a B. Nobody can make that make sense. That's like 1 and 2 equals 3. But for whatever reason, you're telling me it's 70. Or you're telling me it's -1. Either way y'all want to look at it or add it up. It don't add up, babe. So finally, after pleading with her profusely, she comes back and said, oh, yeah, your grade went in wrong. Your final grade is a B. Which in turn, because she had given me a D weeks prior, she had given me a D from assignment from when my cousin actually passed away and was not willing to budge on that one. My final grade in the class was a C. Okay, now my GPA is a 3.7 something. Let me just tell y'all this. I'm lazy by nature. I was a BC student in high school because for 1, I hardly went. And for 2, baby, I didn't want to be there. So, of course, I didn't really do the work. But I'm naturally smart. If I had just did the work and turned it in on time, for real, I would have been, like principal scholar. Definitely A on the roll, but I wasn't that girl. So now when I'm really this girl in school and I'm very focused, you're giving me D's and I know I'm doing the work, I'm pissed. Because I come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me that the road would be easy. And Don't believe he brought me this far to leave me. No, okay. So boom. So okay, I got a 3.7 something. Okay, cool. Why in January? I get my first black professor at the school, and she is a doctor. So I'm like, clock that T. Come on, black girl magic, y'all. D, 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 D. I mean, just, and I was like, well, okay, I'm not understanding what it is that you need from me. So can you help me? She would not help me either. So finally, I'm talking to my advisor. I'm just like, okay, so I know I'm at the end of the road, and I know there's so much happening to me. So with shout out to Courtney from the Guild program. Even though I no longer work at Rocket, Courtney has still been holding my hand by my side. She talked me through and held my hand, and she was just like, I don't know what's happening, but you just need to keep showing up, and you need to keep asking for help. You need to work to try to soften their heart. I know it's hard. So I just kept telling the lady, okay, I see when you did this. Now, can you explain this to me? And then I was also being proactive, like, I don't understand this assignment. Can you help me? And so finally, my advisor said, you know what? I know you want a high GPA. I know you want to graduate with Latin honors. I really wanted summa cum laude. No, I wanted summa cum laude, which is the highest. Right now, I'm in magna cum laude territory because that's the middle, and then cum laude is the smallest one. But right now, I'm at the magna cum laude, and she was like, "I know you want this, but here's the thing: you have so many other things going on in your life, so many other stressors. You have to say the end goal is the end goal. Where that's at is August. If you continue to put all your energy in fighting with this professor who already has her degree, you're going to burn yourself out. So you have to take what she's giving you." Now, in my mind, I'm like, you telling me to accept a D? And so she was just like, and I know that sounds harsh, but I don't mean accept the D. But what I mean is you have to take the information she's giving you and put it to use. You have to use it. Make her read and eat her own words. While my final assignments she's giving me, I'm going to say giving me because hell, at this point, I don't know whether I'm getting it, earning it or what. She's giving me A's, but it's still not enough to get me a A, B, or even a C in the class. I still get a big fat D in that class. And my advisor says, you know what that is? A D is passing. The class is behind you. You're going to start afresh next week in your new classes. Don't hold on to it. Don't let it drag you or hold you down. Stay focused. August 24th is your goal. So now we got a 3.5. We got 3.58, something like that. That's still, I think, magna cum laude. I honestly probably feel like I'm summa cum laude. I mean, cum laude. I don't know. But I'm going to try to have 2 A's at the end of this. And so that will put me for sure at magna cum laude. Summa cum laude, I already know is out the door. It's just no way possible that I can get a 3.8. These are my last classes. They are literally over. So once you add 2 A's, I think the highest I'm going to have is like a 3.75. You got to have a 3.8. You got to have a 3.79 to get summa cum laude. And I don't really see it calculating that way. So I'm really upset. I wish y'all would hit the like button though. That'll make me feel better. But nevertheless, I said I was finna do this makeup with y'all. I don't feel like doing all that. I'm finna get in the shower and get the stuff out my face and wash my body. Nevertheless, I graduate. I finished school. And as much as I said I wanted to get my master's, I don't think it's going to happen. Either way, y'all wish me luck in life, in work, in school, in health, in strength. If you are a woman over the age of 30 and you are working out, but you are not doing any strength, like any lifting, you're wasting your time. Cardio is very good for your heart, but baby, you can't just run this like cardio. You can't do that. You got to do some pop out of Sailor Man. So eat your spinach, eat your Wheaties, and get to it, babe. Now is the time. I love you very deeply. Make sure you have hit the like button. Okay? Good night. Bye.